Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, lady. Mike 57. Go. Go. 57.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
50, 50. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Come on.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Mariota now to throw on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on.
Mariota. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Hey, that QB's trash. One. Watch out. Deuce.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue down. Switch. Kill. Hatchet. Three.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Check, go get him.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Bengals.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, dude. Month 56. Month I 7. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll give it to Mixon. There's the stiff arm. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
Yeah. 53, ready. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Angle set. Blue 60. Hey, 22. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. I got it.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Stafford. Side here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 11-yard line.
Mike, ready? 180. Check, 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 check. 2 times, 2 times. Hey. 3.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And Eifert has it. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Defense, win three. Say. One. Under 10. 10. Big ass.
Now Joe Mixon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
To that. Waiting. Middle. Strong left. Here we go. Smooth. Check Mike 57.
A shotgun snap for Stanford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 3.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slam, slam, slam. 49, check 49, check 49. Watch the edge.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Get there.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Look behind.
From the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
180. Zero. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the 50, it's Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's it, baby. You don't run.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, Stafford here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Golladay. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Going deep downfield for Rowe. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
He completes it to Boyd. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Check 56. Push him back.
On second down, here's Mixon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Hey, 4 down. He's the three. You gotta get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
Throwing is Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm going to run you over.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
61, match box, right.
Second and 6.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
53, ready.
Stafford on first down. Going deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Fair catch made in the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And watch that, and watch the ball. Let's go. Mike 40, Mike 40.
Mariota on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's checking. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch the screen. 2, fellas, let's go. The screen. 56 to Mike.
Now Mariota. Got his man. It's Eifert. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mariota now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 3. Showing it.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. 56. Check 56. Drop deep. 56.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're Also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now, Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mariota to throw it. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mariota now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, 25 to Mike.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in, frankly. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now they run with Mixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's what I do. One. 40's the mic. Squeeze. Watch the run.
Throwing here, Mariota. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. 19 yards the pick up there, move the chains. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Clement, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. On third down, here comes Clement. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Cincinnati, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S3W11. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S3W11. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't gonna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. Just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Silva.
On first down, James. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there. 47 yards.
Complete to Michael Thomas. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. James has got it. Complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
second and goal from inside the 5. Here's James. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go! 18 gator.
On first and 10, Cunningham eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Alert! I got it!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. To throw, Mayfield. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On third down, Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Next to score,
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Cunningham. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2, and it's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 40 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Cunningham going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Cunningham. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tryna go be better, run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it